So today we're going to be talking about the Uber and Lyft trade dress. Some states and markets and cities require it to be on when you're driving. But what about leaving it on when you're not driving? There's a number of different reasons why you want to take it off when you're not driving. I'm going to share all of those right now, as well as a simple way that you can make sure that your trade dress stickers are going to stay on when you're driving and come off when you're not. That's what we're talking about right now. Hey everyone, my name is Chris and this is Real Rideshare Stories. So today we're going to be talking about trade dress for Uber and Lyft. Now, one of the things when it comes to trade dress is it is required in several markets, cities, and states that you are an Uber driver or a Lyft driver. And whenever you're online, you have to have them in a particular spot. If you don't, it's against that city or state ordinance and you could be breaking the law. Now, we're going to be talking about some of the issues that you could be facing, though, by having those stickers on, even when you're offline. We're going to be talking about all the issues there, and then I'm going to share two different ways that you can remove your stickers without having them be ruined each and every single time. So make sure you stay tuned to the end where we're going to go over those two ways as well. So as I said, some markets require you that you have to have the trade dress on in a particular spot because it's law. Okay, that's cool. That's fine. When you're online, it lets people know that you're a driver. It's going to let the passengers know. It's going to let the airports know for the lots or the pickup zones. It's going to let event places know. It's going to let a number of people know that you're out, you're driving, and you're online. But now let's talk about when you're offline. Some of the issues that can arise because you have the stickers on there, because that's essentially what they are, is stickers. And let's face it, you're not going to pull the stickers off each and every time because after a couple of times, they're not going to be good anymore and you're going to have to get new ones. So now I'm going to give you a pretty good list of many different circumstances that can actually cause you problems if you have the trade dress on, even if you're not driving. And even if it's just because they realize or somebody else realizes that you're an Uber and Lyft driver. So we're going to go through that now. Now, if there are some that aren't on there, or you think of a few reasons that you should be taking these stickers off, put them in the comments section and let everybody else know too. So let's talk about the first place that it can cause a real headache, especially if you're driving and you still have the stickers on, but you're not actually online. And the first place is going to be the airport. Now, this is a big one because airports in several different cities have a negotiation with Uber or Lyft where they're going to charge drivers ticket fees, and then it's just going to come out of their pay. And if you are going to pick up somebody or drop somebody off that you're not actually doing a ride on the platform for because it's your friend or a family member, or you're going to the airport or something like that, it is not going to be clear to the people that work at the airport or the cameras or the cops that are working there that you are not online. They're going to assume that you are online, that you're driving, and you're going to a spot that you're not supposed to be at. So it can cause a real big problem for drivers who have the stickers on, even though you're not online. And the second is pretty similar to airports, and that's events. Events that are going on in the area. If you're attending those events, they're going to think that you're an Uber or Lyft driver, that you're supposed to go to the pickup and drop off zone, yet maybe you're actually there to attend the event and you're not really driving. Again, it's going to confuse the people who are working there thinking you're online even though you're not, and it can cause some issues. Now, the third one is very similar to the first two. The only difference is this is for designated drop off and pickup zones for, say, busy bar districts. And some actually have specific pickup and drop off locations for Uber and Lyft drivers when you're driving and online. Now, this isn't in all markets, but it is in a few. So anywhere where there's a specific pickup and drop off, and yet you're going there offline, but you have the stickers on, you could create a lot of confusion with the people who are coordinating and even cops that are there. They could pull you over, they could talk to you, and it could just be a real pain in the ass. So this is something, again, you don't really want to have the stickers on when you're not driving. And the last type of people that you could confuse if you are not online but are driving around with the stickers is potential riders. We all know that once you get paired with a potential rider, they're just looking at the car, and if your vehicle matches the description that could be coming for them, they might assume that you're their driver because they're just looking at the sticker. They're not looking at the license plate. They're not even looking at you as the driver. Now, this could be a real potential headache because you could be at a stop sign, at a stoplight, or even just parking, and some people might just try to come up to your car, get in, even though you're not online. So again, it could just confuse these people because they're just not paying attention. Now that we got the confusion out of the way, let's talk about some of the people and places that look for rideshare drivers, and it might not be in your best interests that they know you're a rideshare driver. The first off could be your car warranty. So if you are driving and you go to the dealership to get something fixed or to get something taken care of because you just need to, and they realize that you're an Uber or Lyft driver, it could actually void your warranty on your vehicle. And if you're within that mileage and that time, then that could be a real problem because now those payments would be coming out of your pocket instead of being covered by the warranty. So this is something where you want to take the stickers off before going into any type of car service that's going to happen. And also another thing, they could charge you a little bit more because you're a rideshare driver. They see those stickers and they're going to be like, oh, we're going to charge you a little bit more. And that can be a real problem as well, too. Now, another thing that could happen when you're taking your vehicle in to be serviced into the dealership, and that is if you are driving a leased car. If you're driving a car that is leased, sometimes in the lease, it'll say that you will not use this for commercial purposes, including driving for Uber and Lyft. Now, if you're driving a leased car, you're putting a lot of miles on your car. But if you don't do a lot of driving throughout the entire lease and you're like, hey, you know what? I'm going to go and make some extra money. Well, you want to make sure you take those stickers off and you don't let them know that you're doing that because that could be a violation of the car lease and it could cause some real headaches for you. Next, some places that could be potentially looking out for Uber and Lyft drivers are, let's say, car wash places. You might get a membership to a car wash place and they come to realize that you're an Uber Lyft driver and now they're going to charge you more just because you're an Uber Lyft driver. Not only that, some car wash places have actually said they won't even allow Uber and Lyft drivers. So again, having those stickers on when you go up to these places, not going to be good because you won't be able to go there anymore. And they might revoke that membership or make you pay more for the same exact type of membership. And let's now go on to insurances. First off, you should have gap coverage or commercial insurance because you're going to need it when you're an Uber or Lyft driver. It's just part of the game. Unfortunately, Uber and Lyft do not tell you that you need these things. And they're like, oh, you'll have coverage whenever you're online through our insurance. But it's only during specific times. So there's gaps in your insurance when you're online and when you don't have somebody in the car. These times you are not covered between your personal insurance and or Uber and Lyft's insurance. So you have to have what's considered gap insurance or commercial insurance, which will just cover everything and you really don't have to worry. Unfortunately, commercial insurance can be quite a bit costlier, but either way, if you're offline and you have stickers on, your insurance company might give you a little bit of a headache saying, oh, we think you were online, but you're trying to claim it through here. So you need to go through Uber and Lyft first. But Uber and Lyft won't have any record of that because you weren't online. And it could just be this dragged out headache that could be potentially time that is wasted trying to get this all sorted out. And the last piece that I came up with when it comes to why you should be taking off your stickers when you're not online is because unfortunately there's insurance fraud and scammers out there and they're trying to target rideshare drivers. Now, this was a big problem in South Carolina probably about 2 years ago and also other areas, but some people will target rideshare drivers and try to get into an accident with them so they can sue Uber and Lyft. and again, create all of these problems. So they might be targeting rideshare drivers specifically, and it could just be something that you don't want to have to deal with. Now, for anybody who's watching this list, if there's anything that I missed or any other reasons that you can think of, make sure you comment below with those few other things. It'll be greatly appreciated and help just show you the reasons why you don't want to have these stickers on when you're not driving. But of course, make sure you have the stickers on when you are driving, because you don't want to get in trouble with the law. You don't want to have any issues there. You don't want to get tickets. You don't want any of that. So make sure you follow the law where it needs to be followed, and then make sure you take those stickers off when you're not. So now I'm sure a few of you are thinking, yeah, those are all really good reasons and probably a few headaches that I want to avoid by having the stickers on when I'm not driving. But if I take the stickers off, they're not going to be good anymore. So what can I do? Well, I got you covered. Don't worry. There's two things you can do. The first is you can just get a sheet of plexiglass, put your stickers on, and then you can just friction fit it, especially if you only need it in the front and the passenger side. So how I have mine set up is I put it in and it friction fits. So it's going to hit between the dash and the windshield, and then the A-pillar and the windshield. Stays in there. It's not going to be any problem. And that's what you do. When you're in, you just stick it in there when you're driving, when you're online. And then when you're off, you just take it off. And then that way, you don't have to worry about your stickers coming off. You don't have to worry about them losing any stickiness, tackiness, whatever it is. And that's going to be perfect. Now, if you want to have another option, so it's not just friction fit, but it's going to be suction cupped, there's what you see on the screen right now, which is a picture of the Amazon page that you can go and you can actually get a rideshare acrylic clear holder sign, which is going to include the 4 suction cups. And again, it's removable. So it's something that you want to make sure you can have. And this is going to be great for those who need the trade dress on the rear window as well, especially those who are driving SUVs and maybe won't be able to friction fit that into the back. Also, if you just want to have the suction cups because it might look a little bit more appealing or whatever it might be, that's just going to be a good option overall. A link to that will be in the description below. So if you want to pick that up, click that down there and it'll take you right to the page. Now, if you have any other questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comment section below. Love to hear from you. And also, like I said, if you have more to add to that list, make sure you put it down there. All right, now that's the end of the video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications so you'll be notified every time a new video is uploaded. Also, make sure to give this video a thumbs up so more people are aware of this and they don't fall victim to insurance fraud where people are looking to target drivers, where it could affect their car warranty or even could potentially give them some sort of ticket that they weren't really supposed to get because they were never really online. And make sure to share it with other drivers as well too, so they don't fall victim to it. Remember, we're all on the same side here. And as always, never drink and drive. Always tip your drivers, your delivery drivers, and your shoppers. And we'll see you next time.